Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. You know what would be nice if I'm going to show this? Ah, now we're ready. Positive affirmation time, baby. Okay, look at that. Look at that. You know, the only thing I could, so the lights keep going out, which doesn't affect, well, it doesn't affect me making a video because the video is being made with the on the cell phone, and the cell phone has its own battery. But I'm gonna keep going because I'm not gonna just sit around, and I can't shovel yet because it's still snowing. So let's do this. Episode 40. We don't want that. We want that. And I guess I'll just keep turning the computer back on. I don't think that's too disruptive. You really can't hear anything. Computers are pretty silent nowadays. Okay, so we are, as you know, I am scheduling the videos. Whoopsie. Into the future. All right. I don't know if that's too much or not, but I don't think so. I think that's all right. That's all right. It took us like, I can't remember, like 40 minutes or so last time. And, you know, if I get up early or something, I have free time, I'll do it, you know, just so that way I can get even more ahead. I'll do another video, you know. I've said this ad nauseum. I guess I'll just mention it here and there. I'll try not to get too into it. But, you know, members can view all the videos ahead of time. So if I ever decide to go like 2 weeks in advance, like, I don't know, I get all this super energy, then if you're a member, you'll be able to watch all the scheduled videos, you know, for $4.99 a month. So for somebody that might mean something, but for most of you it will not, right? Because you're seeing it just like a TV show. The TV show was filmed prior to it being aired, you know. So it's the same concept. Even before, I was obviously filming it before it was shown, but I just instantly published it. That's all. That's the only difference. So, like I said, this is episode 40, and I am going to break things up a little bit, right? Between doing coin roll hunts and the change, pocket change videos. And I think that's pretty cool. I know there's I'll get into it later. That'll be the last one I show, I guess. And, so like I was saying, it's snowing out there. And it's funny, the thing is, it's going to be about 40 degrees today, I think, or 39 or 40 or 42, something like that. So that should be a good thing, but it will make it that much more difficult to shovel, right? Because it'll probably get a little wet, and it makes it heavier. So, yep, I do the shoveling thing, and it's good exercise. So I'm looking forward to it. So the lights might. So for some reason, The lights keep going on and off. That's not cool. But it's early, it's not even 9 o'clock. And I said to myself, okay, let's bust out a video. I already see a copper in the pennies. That's funny. Maybe now that's two. Yeah, the channel started off with pocket change, and I'm gonna leave the pennies for last. They're my favorite, and I did them first last time, and I don't want to do that. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna start. We're gonna do. We're gonna go in reverse order today. We'll do quarters, nickels, dimes, then pennies, and we got that last little golden dollar for last. All right, let's get. I like. You ever watch that guy, Steve? What is it, Steve 1969 or something? Let's get it out on a tray. All right. That's what I feel like I'm doing right now, getting the coins out on the tray. Okay, I think we need to zoom in just maybe a drop more. That should be good. So, of course, one of the things we're looking for with the quarters, besides, obvious errors and silvers, which we're not going to find. Silvers, highly unlikely. Is, of course, the W's, right? If we find one W, then that's like pay dirt right there. It's $20. I've never found a West Point. If I remember correctly, there'll be a little W for the mint mark. I looked it up once. I did a $50. Well, that's pretty filled in, huh? The problem is with the older is the 74. Literally 50, right? 50 years old. Yeah, literally 50 years old. I mean, if the if the quarter was mint condition, then maybe you could say, that's not wear. But it also looks like a D. So now I'm looking at it, that's pretty weird. I'll put it to the side. Did they make Denvers? I don't know. I feel like everything is P. Doesn't look like a P, that's for sure. All right, I'll put it to the side as a curiosity. Maybe I'll look at it, and we'll see. Let's see if we find another D, right? Because then we'll know definitively. Because it's definitely not. Oh, and this one I remember. They have the third. Because swore it's called the third leg, which it can't be because there's 4 down there. Maybe I think there's 2 of them with buffaloes. Oh, you know what? I have a quarter illustration here somewhere. And which one is this? Is this Kansas? No, this is North Dakota. So the Kansas has the extra hump bison. And I know that there's one with the third or fifth leg. Maybe it's a fifth leg. You know what I mean? Like it would be someplace else. I don't know. It's not, there's no extra legs there. That's the bottom line. Excuse me. Yeah, but all of these, I think I went over it in the last video. All of these state quarters, every single one of them has someone has found some kind of error in it. So I don't know. I don't have the amount of um, made state quarters because it goes through. I never seen this one before. The effigy mounds. Where's this at? E pluribus unum, Iowa. I remember. I believe it's in Ohio, um, or Kansas. I think it's in Ohio. I remember in 1993, I drove to California with my cousin, and it wasn't too long after I got out of college. Well, excuse me, it wasn't too long after I dropped out of college. That was the first time. I was young and dumb, and but I remember learning about the snake mounds, Native American burial grounds, I believe, in Ohio, and I told them while we were driving, I said, I want to see these snake mounds. For some reason, they really fascinated me when I learned about them in like a history class or something. And we went, and we saw the snake mounds. It was like, we just went. It was on our way to where we were going, and I saw the effigy mound quarter, and it just reminded me of that. I've never seen this one either. Old Man of the Mountain. Oh my God, you heard that? You heard the electricity clicking? Oh boy. I don't. Well. Hey, let's see. Let's see how it goes. What can I say? Something's going on out here. I don't understand why it's snowing and you lose your electricity. I know there's a reason for it, but it's. I mean, it's snowing. It's not. It's not like And there it goes. And there it goes. To me, that's one of the issues out here in Pennsylvania. Anyway, is they're not like up to snuff. You know what I mean? Um, Especially coming from like a city. I mean, there's plenty of city. You're kidding me? I never seen one, and now we see two. That's interesting. And I know the other quarter looked like it could be. I didn't take it out. It looked like it could be a clad error, but some of them are really really nice. That one's not. See, the other light is not on. I need I need three lights on next to me to get sufficient. The Connecticut. Let me see. I guess I do have to turn the computer back on. I don't have to actually. I'm just doing it because it only takes a second to press the button. The Connecticut was one of the. I'm pretty sure the Connecticut was one of the. They had a like one of those official errors. You know what I'm saying? As I was saying, every single one of the state quarters someone has found an error in it. Like the official errors that people are looking for, that might be a different story. No, so the Connecticut is not one of them that this person here talks about. They do have pictures of it too. Oh, the spitting bison. Oh, spitting eagle. Spitting horse. Extra tree. Oh, I never. You know what's funny? I never even looked at those pictures. Washington has an earring. Nebraska DDR. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, this isn't one of them. Vermont. Okay. And I'm not trying to have this become a 2 or 3 hour video. I mean, maybe I will do that one day, like a marathon type of a deal. Do the nickels next. If there's interest, if there's interest, I really, the channel kind of got to the point where, we're basically, there's ebbs and flows, obviously, between the work week and hours of that most people watch videos. But generally speaking, it's been about 10,000 views a day I get, generally speaking. I mean, it should go up, right? Because you have all the old videos that are attracting. All right, you see that, right? I see that are attracting people, and then of course I'm putting out new videos like every day. So I'm gonna look at that mint mark. Nah. You know what it is? It's a beat up nickel, So it's not definitive enough, so I'm not gonna mess around with it. So I'm I know I seen this. Where did I seen that? I seen that error before. I'm gonna have to see if I can pull it up real quick. I could have swore I've seen that error before. Oh my God, what is it called? It's not. I don't think it's a. I don't know if it's a clad error. I know that's the first thing that comes to mind is a clad error. I'm not even turning the music on because it's probably just shut off again. I'm gonna see if I can find it very quickly. Because I remember there was a picture of a nickel. No, it's not the broken die. Right, and I thought it was right on Wikipedia. That's why I stopped to look for it. Yeah. Oh, that's not it. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about now. And I've seen one of these nickels. I have a video with one of the nickel I'm about to show you, and I chucked it. It might it it can't be with my pocket change anymore because this is from months and months ago. Unless it is from months ago. Well, anyway, regardless, let me show it to you. Let me make sure this phone doesn't fall out of this thing. If you get a nickel like that, that's like really, really dark, nickel struck on a cent planchet. I had one of those, and I had one, and I was like, oh, look at this dark nickel. The wrong planchet ever sold for 5,400. I'm telling you, same exact looking nickel like that. So on Wikipedia it talks about it. Nickel struck on 1 cent planchet. A wrong planchet error that sold for 5,400 on Heritage Auctions in August of 2010 isn't it's undated, and it's super off centered and all of that. For some reason I feel like the one I had was not, but maybe it would have. Struck on 1 cent planchet. All right, don't listen to me. So it's a nickel that was struck on a penny. Huh. No, I couldn't have found that because that is very, very no. This one here does appear to have a lamination error, but I've had a nickel that was dark like that, like brownish almost, but it couldn't have been a penny because I think I would have noticed if it was a different size. You know what I was thinking was that it was struck on a penny planchet, and that gave it the brown look. But no, that's not what they mean. They mean it's an actual penny planchet that somehow got into the nickel planchets. No wonder that's a $5,400 nickel. Huh. Sometimes I have to read things more than once to comprehend. That was always my issue in school. I remember that, which is weird that I got a very high GPA in my master's program. Everybody did though, you know. Like if you got into a master's program, it's a whole different whole different experience, whole different group of people. It was just totally different. I talked about it in one of my other videos before. I'm doing the dimes now. Um, this is it's very personal. Go to a master's program. It's very personal, and uh, you get adjuncts who you know who could be just 1 or 2 years removed from being in school themselves, who you know closer to your age, maybe even younger than you. You know, the whole thing is just different. All right, well, this one's going pretty quick. So far, nothing interesting. I'm used to doing 1 hour videos. I might pull out some more change. I don't know. I don't think so because the pennies usually take me a little while longer. So I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I have to go in closer with the dimes. It's a little too much. That did look no. No, it's no big deal. So it seems as if most of you are enjoying the videos. The feedback is, for the most part, very positive. We get the, we get the troll here and there. I guess that's to be expected, right? It's like it's just the 1% that's just out there, right? So don't worry. I know how to deal with them now, right? Because it's only been a couple months. But every day I get very nice messages. Okay, let me put the penny screen up. That I do like to have up. Take down the quarter one, you know. We found some nice change in this video, let me tell you. I mean, if you've been watching the videos, you know. 85D. Really nice stuff. Got a copper. Some of it, like yesterday's video, those repunched, and those were bananas. Banana Rama, man. I couldn't believe it. We found like 3 or 4 repunched mint marks. It was crazy. Repunched or D over something, or they were severe. I do have the microscope, but it's a whole process, you got to take it out, and there's that's a weird color for an 83. I will weigh it. Obviously it's not copper. Well, I shouldn't say obviously. It does, and definitely feels like zinc. Yeah, 2.54. Let me not mix up the. Keep the copper separate. Yeah, maybe we'll take a little more change out. I thought this was a copper too. I'll weigh that. 249. We found an underweight penny. Found all kinds of great stuff. It was really oh, we got a 59 in the pocket change. Oh man, that's like catching a fish if you're hungry. Thank you. Yeah, and I was needing a little something there. 93D, 93D. Now the 92 is when you're looking for the close. Whoa, wow, this is a great parking lot error. I think. Oh, you see the lights? The lights are flickering. Oh man, maybe I should end this early. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with that. What's this? Oh, you see the lights? How they're dimming in and out. I mean, how hard is it to keep the lights on, man? I mean, it's not a blizzard, you know. That's what I'm saying. I guess it's some snow. You know, we're not in the Adirondacks, you know, in a log cabin or something, you know. Well, then we probably wouldn't lose our electricity because we'd probably have a generator backup or something. All right, I'll put this on the side too. That's an interesting one. But out here, all their plumbing, the sewer lines, it's all like from the 1800s or something, knob and tube. You know what I mean? And they're like constantly updating things. It's like, you know, things that should have been done 30 years ago. They're just starting to do, you know, in 2024, 2010, first shield. And that's one of the things about, you know, 93D, another 93D. Interesting. About, you know, not living in the city. And I'm originally from the city. It's been, I lived in Reading for a bit. Like 20 years ago now. So I guess it was a long time. So I haven't lived in the city for a long time. Another copper. Well, we got a lot of coppers for pocket change. Well, remember this pocket change is that's a nice dark one. I'm not going to keep it though, but it's still pretty. This pocket change is from an 82. It's from years ago, right? Because it was inside the jug. I mean, some of it's from years ago and some of it's from 6-7 months ago. It's a copper. I'll hold on to that. I'll throw some more change out. Come on, I'm in the mood. You know what we'll do is if it does, the lights do go out and they stay out, I'll just end the video there then. 83D. I did want to do a special announcement today. That I know I did. It's not a big deal. You know, nothing's a big deal. Well, your faith is a big deal. There's something in this world, and your family is a big deal. Those things are big deals. YouTube, no. All right, let's put some more out. Maybe I'll just do, you know what I mean? Just a little. We'll see. We'll play it by ear, as they say. We'll fly by the seat of our pants. What I will do is I'll leave the pennies for last. So we'll do quarters as long as they're here. And if something What's that from? Utah. We got a little quarter pile there. Maryland. I guess if you're doing the quarters, so that's one thing I could say about the other channels where they've been doing, coin roll hunts for years and stuff like that, that they have familiarity with. All right, see, it's a P. This, the one that we're holding on to, looks like a D. That's what I'm saying. I haven't really seen a D, right? It's a P, right? Let me look at that under the loop. I gotta move the light over. Yeah, it's a P. It's a little bit of a worn out P, so it almost looks like a little D. But this one, there's no little line coming down like for a P. So I was just looking to see if we found a D, because I'm not familiar with it. I guess that was the point I was trying to make, was that these other coin roll channels, you got, I mean, at some point, right, I should be more familiar with a majority of different, we'll do the dimes now, different denominations at some point. You would think. Maybe some more of the varieties, like for example, with the pennies, I've been doing pennies. I did not for so long, but I've done so many of them. Like I probably done more coin roll pennies than some other channels I've done in maybe years, and definitely, looking at them specifically the way I do. Some people they're just flying through them looking for, whatever it is that they're looking for, something more specific. We missed it by a year. Missed it by a year. That would have been sweet. One more diamond here. Oh, so like I was going to say, for example, with the, at some point, I'm probably going to know most of the zinc errors, right? So it's the, I don't even have to look, 98, 99, 2000, white AM, the 92P, close AM, definitely all the 2009s I'm holding on to. For some reason, they're like rare. Or the 82, that's a pretty one. I can tell it's a zinc. I don't even have to weigh it. The 82s I keep. I know there's one, and that's the only one right now that I'm probably gonna have. Oh, that's a beat up penny, huh? Interesting. There's the 182. That's the one that's worth money. I'm for some reason I want to say the small date copper D, but maybe it's the small date or the large date zinc P. I don't know. I gotta write it down. So, but I know if it's an 82, I just put it to the side. I keep all of them, and I guess if I found one and didn't realize it, somebody would be screaming at me in the comments. So that was another copper. All right, we're at 34 minutes. All right, one more. All right. That was probably too much, but like I said, we're just We'll end it if the lights go out for too long. So from here, now they'll go back into the change. I'm saying the change will go back into the jar that I was a Virginia. I feel like no, I don't know Virginia. No. We'll go back into the jar, my pocket change jar that they go into prior to going back into the water cooler jug. All right, so now we're on track. Everything is moving along as it should be. $65, huh? Come on, man. Can't give us 64, eh? Wise guy. Remember that? Wise guy. There go the lights again, flickering. Oklahoma. Arizona, Kansas, Arizona. What is it? Arizona 2019 P. Lowell? How do you know the date? What's a Lowell? P. It is a P. Is it 2019? No, it's 2010. Okay, so it's not the same quarter that has the variation, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, when I was if you're in your 50s, right? Which it's crazy. I mean, if you grew up in the 70s, that is probably the closest. I mean, people were still living like they were in the 60s and the 70s. You know what I mean? People still had black and white. We had a black and white TV I remember that as a child. We had a black and white TV. I mean, the concept of, and people probably see me, and they probably think I'm too young to have those kinds of experiences. But no, we had a black and white TV when I was very small. We got our first color TV when I was like 7 or 8 years old. And they had shows from like the 60s. I mean, I remember the fabulous Mr. Ed, fabulous or famous or whatever, the talking Mr. Ed. I remember him, and they would ask him questions, and he would answer the questions by clicking his feet on the floor. A horse is a horse, of course, of course, of course. A horse is a horse. And I have no idea how I got onto that topic. My age. I don't know. How did I start talking? Why made me start talking about the 70s and the 80s and the 70s? Well, I'm just gonna go with it now. Smoky Mountain. Smoky Mountain one was I bet you had something to do with the change. So yeah, we had black and white TV when I was a kid. We got our first color, like I said, when I was like 5 or 6 or 7. And I remember, because I said, wise guy. That's what it was. I said, oh, wise guy. And that was like from, like Abbott and Costello came on, and the Kung Fu Sunday drive-in theater was was Sunday. So it was Abbott and Costello at 11. And the Kung Fu theater was at 1. So I have a lot of familiarity with with old I mean, and then at night or early in the morning you got all the black and white flicks. I'm talking about, like, it's like Cagney Lacey. I'm talking about the Humphrey Bogart, 50s. that's what came on at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And you might say, well, what were you doing up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning when you're only 5 or 6 years old? And I don't know, for some reason I was allowed to do that. So I have a lot of I have a lot of references to to cinema that is before my time, but they played that stuff on TV when I was a kid, South Carolina. No. They played that stuff on TV when I was a kid. And I was basically glued to the TV. And I remember that stuff, right? I can't remember what I did yesterday. I remember these movies from the 70s that were made in the 50s. Nothing to write home about in today's pocket change review. I don't know if my focus is off because of the worrying if the lights are going to go on and off. That's a little off, misaligned. Not a big deal. And I guess I'm thinking about going out there and shoveling snow. I don't hear the trucks going by, cleaning the plows. So I kind of feel like maybe it has stopped snowing, because they should be going by like every half hour or so. No mint mark. And I'm not hearing them. This morning, every morning I wake up and I read the comments. So that's how I start my day off, is I read the comments and respond to them, right? I don't think I'll ever be. I don't save these, Some people talk about saving the 2017 P. I don't do that. Oh, I got nice. That's a fine. That's a fine copper. I keep those separate from the more heavily circulated coppers like this one. All right, these are nice little fines. Little. Look at that beauty. Oh, this is a copper? I say 1960? I have to wait. Or 1980? I have to weigh it. I'm pretty sure it's a copper. I wonder what it weighs, right? 310 on the nose. See, it doesn't matter. Dirt. It doesn't really affect the weight too much. Oh man, I have to hold on to this one. This has got to be one of the best examples of run over by a tank I've ever seen. I'm holding on to that. Maybe no, I'm not going to clean it. I clean a lot of stuff. Nah, not a lot. Maybe fraction of 1%. Found a great cud penny. Did you watch the video yesterday with the? Well, it's like an 80 something, 99. So here, I don't even have to look. We're looking for the and it's a P. 99P. We're looking for the wide AM, which this is not. Found a great 80 zinc with cuds on it. Yeah, but they were really great yesterday. Today's were much more calm and relaxed. That's good. I like that. We did some extra stuff today, and I'll be going out to shovel the snow. That's a nice bright penny. And last but not least, okay, let's see. Are we gonna do bonus features today? Let's see. What do you say? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You. Oh, a wise guy. Oh my god. Anybody out there old enough to remember those? Those old. Let's let the Lord in. Yes. Anybody old enough to remember those those movies, the black and whites? I like them. They're a little too slow, I think, for 2024. My mind moves a little too quick. I mean, I appreciate them and I like them in clips, but it's hard for me to watch them in totality. Like a whole two. Then they're pretty long, if as I recall. But they were great. The Honeymooners. Remember the Honeymooners? Um, one clip. One. I mean, they might have had takes, but the majority of no, obviously no CGI. And the Honeymooners. If you ever watched the Honeymooners, they did I want to say a Christmas episode where they stepped on. If you've never seen it, maybe you could Google it or YouTube it. And they step onto stage and say thank you or something like that, and take a bow. And I for some reason I remember that from being a kid, because you're a little kid and you're watching these. I think they came on at midnight, if I remember correctly, in the '70s, or 1 o'clock in the morning or something. And then TV shut off at 4 o'clock. You got the Honeymooners around 1 o'clock, and then they started playing these really old reruns like Well, Honeymooners are old reruns too, but like Bonanza, um, The Lone Ranger, um, and then it was shut off. You would get the that sign with the circles on the colors, and you would lose. TV went off at around 4 o'clock, as I recall. And again, don't ask me what I was doing up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was, and then it came back on at 5:30 with the um, American flag would start flapping, and I want to say that there was like the Star Spangled Banner or something like that would be sung, and then it would be a religious show. It would basically be a Christian show that would come on next after the flag, and I think that, like I said, the Star Spangled Banner, or some song, a patriotic song, and then it would be a religious show for like a half an hour, and then it would be um, Davy and Goliath at like 6 o'clock. I love Davy and Goliath, not David and Goliath. It was Davy and Goliath, little boy with the dog. And then I think there was another show like that, and then the cartoon started at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Oh, and you got the black and white cartoons, the Popeye, the black and white Popeye, uh, the black and white Mickey Mouse, and they had, and even Abbott and Costello had like this. skits that they did. But like they had the regular like hour and a half movies on Sunday at 12 or 11, and then but in the morning they had, I guess they had like a TV show that was different. It was like a half hour long, and they would do skits. You know, what's on first, who's on second, and there was like a stage that opened and closed. It was different. I mean, that's all there was. You know, it's not like now where there's YouTube. These concept, the phone, the phone, this idea of communicating on, that was beyond Star Trek. Star Trek was just, it was a flip phone. And I remember like the Jetsons, the cartoon, the Jetsons, they had a box, and that was the idea in the 80s that that is what would have been the next thing. And I think they even came out with something like that very briefly in the late 90s or 2000s, where they had like a screen on a phone or something, you know, on a landline or through or through cable or something. Right on cue. Right on cue. All right. All right. So that I'm gonna take that as a sign, and I'm gonna end there. Um, that was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Hilarious. I want to die laughing right now. I'm trying to keep my composure. All right. Thank you. Thank you for all the great comments. This is episode 40 of Loose Change with Loose Change, and it should be Tuesday. I want to say the 18th. No. Saturday. Excuse me. Saturday the 17th, something like that. I'm scheduling everything ahead of time. Obviously, anybody who wants to see these early will become a member, and that's the part of the attraction to that. Oh, I didn't do the. I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. Sorry. I said I had a special message, and whoever's paying attention at this point at 52 minutes is saying, Jess, you said you had a special message, and let's do it. Okay, so as you know, I'm doing the book, the Penny Book. The Penny Book has, I haven't kept it out because the coppers, we only need 3, and they're all S's. Excuse me. No, we only need 2. The 70. Sorry. The 68S and the 74S. The other one's the 82. I think that must be the expensive one, right? It's the only one we're missing. The 82D zinc small date. Or is that the 82D small date that we have in the large date? And it's one of those we're not finding, and I'm not giving it to you because it's like a $200 or $300 penny. I give you all the rest of them. And then there's that memorial reversal, and that's not true. If someone needed a $200 or $300 penny, I'd give it to you. I don't know who this is going to, so we got to get the memorial reversal. Then there's all of the zincs, which I haven't been doing zincs on a consistent basis. So once I am, I'll just fill this up and I'll do the giveaway. Now, with that said, I've been doing this now for a couple weeks, and they are extremely time consuming. And what I noticed about the other channels is like that's what they do. You know, that's their whole thing, or a big part of their show or program is that they do penny hunts. You know, I'm really not about it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I want to give it a shot. One of the subscribers made a thought, and I had one that was partially filled, and it was like serendipitous. You know, it really everything flowed nicely to lead up to doing that. With that said, it's a great way to get into coin roll hunting and the hobby and all of that. So what I did was I purchased a bunch of uh, the Penny albums, 1959 and 98, which is same thing that one is, but just looks a little different. And I'm going to give them away. I was going to do it from members only, like if you became a member. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm just happy that the channel has grown this quickly, and that means something to me. So I'm going to raffle these off. I was going to raffle them off when I finish that, but if that starts to like really become a long type of deal, then I'm just going to start this at some point. And I bought a bunch of them, so I will be giving these out. Doing raffles. You have to be a subscriber. You have to be public, because I can't see your subscription if you have a private subscription. Again, I'm doing the best I can with this. So you have to be a subscriber. You have to be public, and I think I'm not sure if I'm gonna relate it to the comments or how I'm gonna do it, but I have to find a randomizer that's free. I'm only gonna do it once a month. It's not like a huge part of the show or anything. And then you have to contact me at look what Jess found, I guess, at gmail.com. Maybe the comments. The comments would be better, because maybe I'll check my email after that. And I have enough of these to go for a while. So I think that's a nice it's a nice way for me to say thank you to all the new subscribers, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I will probably pick a the first of the month, whatever, second Saturday of the month, whatever I'm going to pick. I will announce it, and then I'll just do once a month. I'll do a giveaway, and of course, you can't get two in a row, so I'll keep a list of. Or you can't get two, period. To give other people an opportunity in case I do like comments and maybe there's only 100, 200 people. Maybe it's more likely that the person gets picked again, right? Because it's less people than it is subscribers. So we'll see how I'm going to do. I probably will do comments now that I'm thinking about it. That way they go to people who are more engaged with the channel and with me. So I want to show that was the special announcement. Thank you. God bless. And I'll see you on the next one. See you on Sundays. This is I believe this is Saturdays. Okay, thanks.